if I traded it all.
Welcome back, everyone. Again, we're live on Facebook, so keep on following us, and we're going to share it afterwards. Everyone loves that. I'm going to go right in with my next guest that I have with me. I have Joseph Chipetta Jr., and he's the Project Development Manager with Gold Canyon Heart and Home. You also have with you Joseph McDonald, and he's their strategic partner. Welcome to the show. You also have something going on that's really big that you want to talk about. So welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what Triple Crown Project is. What is that?
Well, I'm the project manager for the Triple Crown Project, and basically what it is, it's a relay race style attempt to complete the Triple Crown, which is all three major hiking trails in 1 year. It's the Appalachian Trail, Pacific Crest Trail, and Continental Divide Trails, 7,700 miles. But what's fun is less than 400 people have ever done that over the course of their lifetime. We're going to do it in 1 year.
I'm
with
not doing
seniors.
it. No, it's not.
Yes, you are.
You are seniors?
I don't know. Over
With
50.
Okay,
over 50,
yeah, absolutely.
Tell the truth.
Kidding me? 61.
Okay. All right. Well, you're coming.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to be part of the story.
Tell us about that.
Well, basically, the AARP got involved with us because the Triple Crown Project wouldn't have been anything unless we found a great big giant senior support organization, Gold Canyon Heart and Home. We have special needs projects, mentors, and sponsors and peer-to-peer specialists that deal with special needs groups, at-risk women, seniors, veterans, heavy on the veterans. And then all of a sudden, one of my best friends of 30 years, a 71-year-old health food store owner, said, "Hey, I want to hike the Triple Crown." I said, "You're going to hike a horse race? What are you talking about?" So I had to be educated on what
I thought so, too, when you said it.
Exactly. And so once I got educated on what it was, I said, "You're going to do that?" He goes, "Yeah. You've been watching me. I hike all over the world. I can do it. Do you think we could help people with that? You're in the help people business." So I got challenged. I'm like, well, let me think. And I thought, well, here we are. We're a little nonprofit in Phoenix. We do what we do. We've been around 9.5 years, but this is big, and it could be bigger. How do we do that? So I told Mike, let's reach out to the biggest person on the block. Let's call the AARP. 3.5 weeks of trying to call the AARP. Finally, somebody at the AARP was listening. They said, "Look, we have thousands of great ideas. That's why it took us so long, but we can't really help you." I said, "Give me 10 minutes. 45 minutes later, we were talking to Alex Juarez, their communications director, Dana Kennedy, their director. They loved it, and we got a partner. And so we are officially partnered with AARP.
Awesome. That is just awesome. All right, so I'm a senior, and I'm listening to this, but when you say it's 700 miles?
7,700 miles.
That's even worse. So 7,700 miles.
And you're
how
asking yourself, how do you do that?
Exactly. That's what I want to get an answer, because I know all of us out there that are listening are seniors, most of us that are listening. So tell me, how are we supposed to do that?
There's 100 different ways you can help.
Okay.
One thing is, if you would like to hike a section of that trail, you would go to our website, fill out a volunteer application, come and talk to us, and we could arrange for you to carry the baton. So there's a satellite tracking device with a backpack. You could hike for a day, a couple of days, and we would fit you into one of those trails because it's a community effort. We are going to involve as many seniors because AARP wants to disrupt the aging models. When you're over 50, it's over. We're starting to go downhill. That's a myth. That's an aging model, and they need to be disrupted. And
I think it's a myth too, because I don't feel that way.
You don't look like you're slowing down. Neither am I at 56.
I can't.
So the bottom line is, if we're going to disrupt aging models, we need to be age disruptors. And right now, this project is the number one story on their dashboard.
Age disruptors.
Disruptors. We're disrupt aging.
That's awesome.
You're an age disruptor.
I love it.
You are right now. I'm looking at you.
Thank you.
So age disruptors are good, and that's what we want, is more people to be involved. And
how do they get involved?
Okay, they go to our website, they fill out a volunteer application, we reach back to them right away. Now, there's more to this than just getting that great idea going, because those three trails are part of our American heritage. They are part of how this country became a country. They were not designed for recreation. They were how people traveled during historic periods of the growth of the nation. The Appalachian Trail in particular, which is the model trail for all other historic trails in the world. And they need conservancy. They need to be preserved.
But we're still allowed to walk on them?
Yes, we are encouraged to, but it's a catch-22. You want to go there, but you want to leave no trace, the LNT movement. You want to not throw trash around or let people tear up the things. And, of course, nobody thinks they're going to do that, but sometimes people get on those trails and they lose sight of the fact that it's a very fragile ecosystem. You really feel like you're away from everything. And so Trail Conservancy is a real problem. We need to bring awareness to it. Did you know that 80% of people doing Trail Conservancy are over 60?
That's
It's just
because
or
we
their
care.
kids. Yes. And I'm telling you, those trails are amazing. I could talk for hours. We don't have hours.
We're going to
But
do it longer next time.
Okay, but basically I would just like to say that anyone can join this cause. Our goals are to raise money for the Trail Conservancy and the hiker assistance groups, but also involve as many seniors as we can to show them that age is really just a number, and you are not defined as a person by your age.
So they can go up on the website, which is gchh.org, and they can go up there and they can volunteer. They can. What can they do? They just.
We can get them on the phones. We can have them reaching out to their friends. We can get
They're
more
looking
awareness.
for help, guys.
Well, we got some really great news. The AARP made us a story in their bulletins, so millions of mailboxes. If you're an AARP member, you'll be reading about this.
I am.
And so hopefully we can get a lot of participation because everybody, there's no limits here. And
And when does this happen?
it's happening now. So the fun part is we started February 5th with our first hiker, Mike Fagan. He's done over 1,000 miles. And now another hiker, another 71-year-old Vietnam veteran, is carrying his tracker proceeding up the trail. They've gone from Springer Mountain, Georgia, all the way, and they're in Pennsylvania approaching my hometown of Harrisburg, which bums me out. I'd like to be there
That's
doing
cool.
that section.
Let me ask you something, Joseph McDonald. You're the strategic partner. Why has this inspired you so much?
Well, I'm always looking for ways to unify communities, and when I heard about this project, I could see the potential not only to, as the AARP wants to do, disrupt aging models, but we can help young people get in support of conservancy. We can go cross culture, picking up different segments of the population and unify around a common cause without excluding anybody. Even somebody who's no longer able to hike can help us raise awareness simply by talking to their friends, talking to their vendors, helping us raise money. So I'm all about inspiring people. That's what I do, and this is an inspirational project that it has no limitations.
That's awesome. And a lot of people out there, especially us older folks, which we say those words, we're older folks. I know I don't feel it. And so a lot of people don't out there. I think a lot of people will resonate that's listening to what we're talking about here. It's a two-parter cause, right? And so, okay, I want to go ahead and ask you then again how you would talk to people, how they can assist in the project.
Well, they can assist any way they feel comfortable. If they, as Joe pointed out, if they want to hike, then let them hike. If they are not feeling up to that kind of hike, and we don't want to kid anybody, some of these are strenuous.
You got to know what you're doing.
Yep, but they can participate in resupply. They can anticipate by following the tracker and helping us raise money to keep them on the trail, and these causes of supporting nature conservancy in itself.
Think, too, what I love about this is that we're just getting this word out like this, and it's just like anything else. Once you start talking about it, it just keeps on going and going and going. We have no idea who's out there that might just be listening that might say, you know what, we need to really get the help, get the word out with this, because that's what we're doing right now, is we're helping you get that word out. And there might be just somebody out there that can help with that part of it so that it doesn't just stop here. You got to tell people about this stuff, and that's what's really neat. They can see it on the website, which is gchh.org. Basically, you're just saying that you want to disrupt the aging model.
Yes.
Right? And again, raise money for the trail. What was the word that you
Trail
used?
Conservancy and the
Conservancy.
hiker assistance groups. And if I could add one more thing.
Please.
We have sponsors like the AARP. We have sponsors like Valasta with, astaxanthin, and we have sponsors coming on board every day Because what Mike and any other age disruptor in the health industry says that the greatest return on investment you can make is in your own health, in your fitness, in your wellness. Even if it's an hour a day, the return on that investment is going to pay you dividends for the rest of your life and the quality of your life.
Well, I'm in. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I'm in. I think it's great. I would love to be able to even, like you said, maybe if I can't walk or do that whole, what did you say, how many miles?
7,700.
That's an awful lot, especially
lot.
if you haven't done it in a very long time. But you said I can follow that person if I
Yes.
want to, or I can even jump in and walk a certain amount.
Yes.
What I can do, and that's it, and I'll be a part of that, right?
That's right.
I think that's really neat.
It's going to be great. It's going to be the first ever relay attempt of a Triple Crown completion.
So you can get in on this now. We're wanting to get the word out about it. This is what networking's all about. If it's not you, tell somebody about this. This is pretty cool, guys. Check it out on their website. It's gchh.org.